you. In the meantime, let's talk a little bit about this late night decision here on this Friday night, the judge's ruling. James Sample, once again, Hofstra University law professor. He joined us at the top of the hour. So now we know Judge Gordon's decision, James. What is your reaction? And how about this appeal to the court in Philadelphia?
So it's good to be with you again. And with respect to the appeal, let's take that part first. Christine's report just then indicating that the plaintiffs in this case, and Randy Mastro as counsel for them, will take it to, as she said, a court in Philadelphia. That is almost certainly a reference to the United States Court of Appeals for the Third Circuit. New Jersey, unlike New York, is in the Third Circuit, where New York is in the Second Circuit in terms of the federal courts of appeals. And this is a federal district court judge who issued the ruling earlier today. And so if there were to be a venue for an emergency appeal of this order that it sounds like is going to be filed, it would be in the Third Circuit. The likelihood that the Third Circuit would step in and issue a stay within the next, wherever we are now, 36, 48 hours before the plan goes into effect it's possible. It seems relatively unlikely. It would definitely be the kind of thing that would only be done in emergent circumstances where there is an argument that there will be quote unquote irreparable harm if the court doesn't step in. Judge Gordon is saying that that's not the case. Essentially, his ruling on Monday, Christine, was thorough and indicated almost a wholesale victory for New York and for the MTA, other than just a couple of details. And essentially his ruling today indicates, by letting it go forward, that, there are some modifications that may need to be made. There's some details that need to be provided, but that the vast, vast majority of the procedural hurdles have been cleared, and that only those that need to kind of be fixed a little bit, but not so consequential as to prevent the plan from going forward. That's the position of Judge Gordon in the federal district court.
Quickly, if you can, tell me about President Trump and his possible maneuver to get rid of congestion pricing once he takes office.
Yep, without a doubt, that is the date, January 20th, the inauguration day, that both sides here have been posturing and preparing for, given that the Biden administration approved this plan, Governor Hochul approved this plan, but President-elect Trump has indicated that he strongly disapproves of this plan. I think the goal for the MTA is to get this plan in effect so that Trump has to then turn around and undo it, which is a lot harder to do than preventing it from going into effect in the first place if it's not yet in effect when he takes office. The plaintiffs, on the other hand, are using Donald Trump's own playbook. I mean, we've talked in other contexts, delay, 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 and then if you can delay, you might actually be able to, in this case, deny not a jury verdict, but rather the plan from going into effect at all.
James Sample, Hofstra University law professor, as always, thank you for your insight in explaining the federal court process here to us at this late hour. As we continue to follow this breaking news on congestion pricing, we will, of course, continue to follow this as Christine gets more information from lawyers that will be speaking outside of the courthouse, outside the federal courthouse there this evening during this late hour on Friday night. We've been waiting to get this judge's ruling regarding congestion pricing since 3 p.m. this afternoon, and finally it came down. And as for now, despite last-minute efforts by the state of New Jersey, congestion pricing will move forward this Sunday.